Hi, this is Cynthia Horner from RightOn Digital, and I'm here
Hi.
with Paton Ashbrook, who's going to talk to us today about being Jenny Sullivan on one of our favorite shows of all times, which is Power Book 2 Ghosts. So, Jenny Sullivan, who is your favorite actor or actress to play opposite on Ghost?
Oh, that's so hard, Cynthia. You're coming in with the hard-hitting questions here.
Well,
Um,
I can tell you who my favorite is that you interact with.
all right, I definitely want to hear that.
Okay.
It's hard to say. Gosh, I really love. It's such a boring answer, but I love everyone. I have obviously so much fun with Shane, and he's the person that I've worked the most with, obviously, because of last season.
Right.
Um, so we have immense fun together. Like it's just always a blast, and there's always something new to figure out in the scene with him. He comes to the table with such great ideas, and he's the kind of actor that really wants to talk about those ideas that he has and work with his scene partners and put in the work. He just really believes in like the craft of acting, which is just a joy. But I do have to shout out Method Man because he's such a ball of sunshine on set. The energy he brings is just on another level. And like in between takes, he's like working out new rhymes. He's like working out a new song, and we're just getting to witness magic happen basically. But he's also like such an incredibly present actor. He's really beautiful at being moment to moment. Um, and he makes really interesting, fun choices. And yeah, I get such a joy out of working opposite him whenever I do get the chance, which isn't all the time. But hopefully more one day.
Okay. Well, you have such a fun character on the show. You're very intense. It says on social media, on this Facebook group that I'm in about power, it talks about you being Nancy Drew. Do you look at yourself as being Nancy Drew in a way since you were an investigator?
I am sure that Jenny was a big Nancy Drew fan when she was growing up. 100%. I think that, and Harriet the Spy too. Like Jenny loved all of these things. She read all the books. And she is in her own right, even though she's a prosecutor, she acts very much like an investigator, especially in this season. Where she's really taking a lot of it into her own hands because last season she was relying on a lot of other people to do the investigating and the work, and that did not end well for her. So this season, you really see her taking on that role. We get to see more of how she does that and what that's like as a prosecutor. Um, and so, yeah, she's definitely more of a snoop this season than last season. Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, I love you with Cooper Sacks, even though it looks like he's getting kicked to the curb altogether because you're just not really entertaining him that much.
Yeah.
But in any case, I also want to tell you I love your wardrobe. Can you talk about your wardrobe for a
Oh
minute?
my gosh, I want everything Jenny wears. It's a lot of Acris. Like we found the amazing wardrobe department. Like we found that Acris really suited my body really well. So I know that I, Peyton, just need to go shopping there all the time. But she's wearing Gucci, she's got Louis Vuitton, she's got all of these amazing, incredible designers. And I've got to say, like, it's such a huge part of my like informing me as an actor is the clothes that I wear. I call it like, she has this amazing hair. She has this amazing, like her face is always beat. Like she looks great. And then, but when I step into her shoes and into her costume, there's like a full transformation that happens because her outfit, they're nothing like what I wear in real life. I'm a I am straight up wearing like hippie clothes, sweatpants, like jeans, very low maintenance in my normal life. So it really does help me transform and become Jenny in such a way because she is expensive and she feels expensive. She embodies expensive. Yeah, I wish I could just steal everything that I wore on that show. Oh my gosh. Amazing looks.
Well, you look great.
Thank
And I
you.
was looking at some information on you on social media, and I noticed you went on a trip to Iceland, and I am so jealous. I wish I could have been there.
Great. I rave about Iceland any chance I can get. It's one of my favorite. It might be my favorite place on the planet, which is tough to say because I love California. I'm a California girl. I was born in LA, raised in LA. I will always be West Coast at heart, but Iceland is like another planet. It's just incredible, and you point your camera anywhere and you get like the most incredible photo you've ever seen in your life. It's just otherworldly and magical and feels very untouched. There's literally horses just roaming around the island who are all spoken for and technically have like ranchers or owners, but they are so free and they respect nature and wildlife in such a way, in the way that I wish the rest of the world did, truthfully. Like they're actually, it's a tiny little island, so I get that it's different to do that in a place like America, which is so massive. But they really are at one with nature, and they are in that place is, I mean, it's at the mercy of the elements for so much of the year. It's really intense. They got volcanoes, they got glaciers, they have huge storms all the time. The weather, they have days where they don't get nighttime, and they have days where there's no that it's like all day and all night. Like it's an incredible place. I saw the northern lights the last time I went for the first time finally. But yeah, I try to go every year. I'm obsessed with Iceland.
Wow, that is so great. Now, can you tell us one little secret about Power Book 2 Ghosts that no one would know about? One of these behind the scenes stories about you and one of the characters.
Sure. I have something that I think could be interesting. The last episode, there's actually a scene between Jenny and Lauren that happened to be cut for this episode, which happens all the time. And just to say, like, I'm a huge fan of the last episode. I think it had a really great pulsing energy to it. It makes sense that the scene was cut because it was just a different sort of energy. But what I loved about the scene is that it was the really first opportunity we got to see Jenny a little bit more vulnerable, and also explaining why she's doing what she's doing. It actually, she spells it out to Lauren, like how she hates criminals and that she really just wants justice and she wants to protect people. And like in that sense, it is sort of personal to her in what she's doing. She wants, and I think that her relationship with Lauren really embodies that. Like when Jenny found out that Lauren almost got killed, she swooped in and took her to her own home and kept her safe, and really does believe that if anybody knows that Lauren is alive, she'll get killed. And I think she feels a responsibility for her. So there is the element, obviously, where Jenny is going after her goal. She wants to put people in jail who are killing other people. And there's also, and that ambition is very real, but there is a quality, and I think it's important for people to know that Jenny deep down does have feelings. She just represses them because she thinks she has to do that in order to be successful at her job and to actually
Okay.
get what she wants, which is to put people in jail who are killing other people.
Wonderful answer. And I know we're going to have to go, but I just want to tell you one fun fact about me, which is that I used to love Falcon Crest. And I'm
Oh,
sure you know what the reason is.
my mom and dad met on Falcon Crest.
Yeah,
Literally really met. That's so funny.
yeah. Lorenzo Lamas was always my favorite. Okay, well, I want to thank you for this interview with Right On Digital, and we'll also repost part of it on our Instagram page, and we'll tag you so your fans will see a snippet of that there too.
Awesome. Thank you
Okay,
so much. Thank you.
all
Thank
right.
you. Talk to you.
What is your social media handle for Instagram?
It's at Paton Ashbrook, Paton. And I also have another Instagram for my podcast at Free Body Podcast, if you want to check that out as well. It's a podcast I've been doing for the last few years that's very body centered and about our relationship to our bodies and what health and wellness really mean.
Oh, great. Thank you. Have a
Welcome.
great day.
You too. Bye bye.